Happy New Year, everybody. This episode is coming out on New Year's Eve, I think. Um, this is the Box Office Dynasty. This is the final episode of our wonderful podcast in 2025. I am your host, Jack,
And I'm Josh.
and we are very excited about today's episode. We're going into the new year, Josh. How you feeling?
Yeah, 2026 is on the horizon. I mean, it's kind of crazy. I feel that way every year. I think a lot of people feel that way every year. Just like, wow. I think, it's funny. I think the days, like, if you look at perception of time for a second, one singular day feels like it can be very slow, but the year feels very fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like,
It depends on the day, of course, but some days feel like they drag, and then yet, besides like January, I feel like the whole year kind of just, blinks, and then suddenly it's here we are recapping 2025. I mean, I'd remember recapping 24, 23, 22. It's crazy to me, every single year. It always blows my mind.
I know it's always the next year where you're like, that's not a real year. There's no way 2026. Like, you just can't fathom having to write the date as 2026, you know?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, although I don't even have to actually physically write the date that often, I guess, because
You don't, like, go to school or anything, so.
I don't go to school at the moment anymore. I just work, and there's all, it's technology. So
That's fair.
um,
Dude, we got a lot to look forward to in 2026, though, as movie fans, as film fans, so I'm very excited for 2026. It's gonna be great.
that's true. We do have a lot of great films coming out. Like The Odyssey. Obviously, we've talked about that since the very first episode on this podcast. I mean, Christopher Nolan is a favorite of both of ours. I think I can say that for sure.
Absolutely.
And of really everyone. I mean, I saw a list, actually. It's funny you bring that up, of the directors who are releasing films next year. If I can find that on the spot here,
Yeah.
because it's gonna be historic, really.
I mean, 2026, I mean, The Odyssey is easily our most anticipated movie of 2026. And then we got other great stuff. We got like Spider-Man and Avengers Doomsday and that Steven Spielberg movie. I'm sure you're going to mention him in a second with your directors of 2026.
Yeah, well, here I did find it. These are the directors expected to return next year. Greta Gerwig, Christopher Nolan, Denis Villeneuve, Steven Spielberg, Emerald Fennell, Maggie Gyllenhaal, Robert Eggers. We're getting that werewolf movie.
Oh, yeah.
Alejandro Iñárritu, Ridley Scott, Greg Araki, Nia DaCosta, M. Night Shyamalan, Aaron Sorkin, Zach Krieger, Boots Riley. Wow, Boots Riley hasn't made a film in years.
Who the hell's that?
He made one film. Sorry. What was it? Sorry to disappoint you. Something like that.
His name is Boots.
Yeah.
It's a nickname, right?
Yeah.
Is that a nickname or is that his real name?
Oh, sorry to bother you. That's what it was.
I'm still on the guy's name, bro.
Sorry, I was
Boots
on the
Riley? That's a fucking cartoon
No, it's a nickname.
character.
It's a nickname. His name is Raymond Lawrence.
Like, that's the guy that's the monkey who follows around
Raymond
Dora.
Boots Riley. But Sorry to Bother You, it was a really good film. I haven't seen that in years, and he hasn't made a. When did that come out again? That was 2018. Yeah, so it's been 8 years. Who else do we have? We have Antoine Fuqua. I know him. I just haven't seen many of his films. Craig Gillespie, that's Supergirl.
Yeah.
Christopher Borgli, David Lowery, Francis Lawrence, Sam Raimi, Destin Daniel Cretton, David
Spider-Man.
Robert Mitchell, David Leitch, Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, and the Russo brothers. So plenty of giant names next year to look forward to.
That is insane. And I'm sure that last year the same list was pretty similar because we got amazing films this year too.
And I don't even think this had Spielberg on. Oh, it did. Okay, I forgot.
It did.
Right,
he was right up there at the top.
He was at the top. I was like, wait a minute. But no, it's going to be exciting. But, let's be honest. 2025 was a fantastic year in film and entertainment. I apologize, by the way, if my voice is a little nasally or whatever. I am in the process of kicking this cold.
Not any more nasally than usual, so.
Oh, all right.
You always sound like shit.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Thanks.
I'm
I
kidding. I'm
appreciate that. Wow.
kidding.
Well, you know what? But like I was saying, 2025 has been a hell of a year in film, I think, right? I mean, we've gotten all kinds of stuff. We've gotten some really interesting franchise entries. We've gotten some really great original work. We've gotten some really, like, an incredible body of international work this year that was really great. So, I mean, there's been something for everyone.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I mean, I just looking back at it, I can't even. I mean, some of these movies that came out this year are my favorites in their own genres. Like you have superhero movies, you have like original works, like you said. Like I don't want to get into it yet until we get into the specifics of it, but some of the movies that came out this year are at the top of the line movies for their own genre, for their own type of movie. They're just the best of the best. It's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's been incredible. Like, and I just think of, some like I look at it. I ended up. How many films did you end up seeing this year that came out in
Uh,
25?
as of now, I think. Well, this will be New Year's Eve, so I think this year I have hit. Let's find out the exact number. 60 films this year.
Wow, I'm at 59. I was just
Oh,
below the 60 mark.
that means I win.
What do you win? What's the grand prize?
Your virginity.
Ha! Good luck finding it.
Oh, thanks, man.
It's because it's right here.
Oh, yeah.
No.
You're like,
But
nah, I've had sex before.
no, bro, but seriously,
Guys, I've had
guys.
sex before.
Like, look at my
Seriously.
shirt. Like,
Yeah, well, he's
obviously,
obviously had sex before, guys. Leave him alone.
obviously. Like, come on, all right.
What
If
the fuck
anyone's
does your shirt say,
interested.
by the way? That's the guy from Stranger Things, and he's like got Cheeto fingers. When the movie low-key but then this dude gets screen time as either a cashier or janitor.
Shout out to Killian and Kyler because they gave that to me. I went back to their house
Oh
after
my God.
our shipmas party to look for my water bottle, and they're like, "Yo, do you want this?" For no
You
reason.
have
They're
to
just,
say
and I was like,
yes.
"Yeah, all right, sure."
I love
So
that guy. He was in Jurassic World, the first one. He's in Stranger Things.
he
He's
is
a,
in the first one.
he's
Doesn't
a
he get
ride
fucking killed
conductor in
in
the
that
first
movie?
one. What?
Didn't he get fucking murked in that? He gets
No,
killed.
I think he just works the ride that has the big balls that the kids go in.
I know, but I thought when the like actual world got attacked, I
I
thought
think
he
he's
got
fine. I think he's survived. I think he's like the survivor of Jurassic World.
wow. You
And
know
then in
what? Good
Stranger
for
Things,
him.
he's of course the cashier, the guy
He is
behind
the
the register.
cashier. No, it's so true. It's so
He's probably
true.
in a million other things.
I don't even know his name,
No, me neither.
but shout out to that guy.
I think he's Keith in Stranger Things. He's the goat.
Bro, Keith. Where is
Cheeto
you know what? I'm
fingers.
surprised that he isn't part of the large group sequences at this point in Stranger Things. Just, like let
and
him
Steve
come in,
teaming up.
let him venture off into the fucking upside down while we're at it.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
fact. He'll still go to the Upside Down before Lucas.
Oh, everyone
Like,
else,
bro never fucking goes.
fucking Mr. Clark. Anyway, so well, that's for another time,
Yeah,
another
that's
day.
next week.
But no, I mean it's been a really, really awesome year, I think. And like, there's been like a lot of stuff. I mean, also obviously like we lost a lot of people too. There's been like a crazy year for that.
In Memoriam's gonna go crazy at the Oscars.
It really is, right? I mean, like how many tributes have we had to do just because we've lost so many like
A lot. And not all of them were film people, but still most of them.
But
I mean,
there's crossover anyway in that in the whole entertainment industry, and at the end of the day, isn't that what we're all about here? Is pop culture, right?
yeah,
And I
exactly.
mean, like I have a list of like Robert Redford. I mean,
Yeah, he's the goat.
icon. Diane Keaton, fucking icon. Rob and Michelle Reiner. Obviously that one more recent.
Yeah. Did you ever see that
Um,
meme of Robert Redford when he's younger and he's got the beard and he's long hair and he's smiling? Have you ever? I'll show you real quick. Because I've
no.
always thought that this was Zach Galifianakis until recently, and I found out it's just young Robert Redford. Here we go.
Oh, I know what you're talking
This
about.
one, and he's like smiling. I don't know.
I know it. Yep. That is Robert Redford.
I've always thought that was Zach Galifianakis in just some movie, dude.
It does look like him. I'll
And then
give
it's
you
Robert
that.
Redford, just young as hell. Like,
Yeah.
look at that. You're gonna tell me those are not the same people?
No, I mean, like, if they ever did like a Robert Redford movie from that period of his life,
He
they would
looks
have to
just
get
like him.
Zach Galifianakis. Not
Yeah.
that I think Zach Galifianakis is by any means the person to play Robert fucking
No,
Redford in a
just in that
movie,
specific
but
like
just in that
year of
specific
his life.
sequence
Yeah.
right there, just like superimpose him, or no, like have him in there, but like have someone else do the voice. I don't know, but
Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out.
we'll figure that one out. We'll get back to you
Yeah,
all
when you direct
on
it.
that. When I direct it.
Yeah. Why not?
Well, all right, sure. We'll co-direct it.
No,
Now,
I'm good,
you
dude.
would never want to direct a film?
No, I'll be a background extra though.
A background extra?
Yeah,
Well, you
yeah.
have experience with that. That
Of
was something
course.
you did this year.
Yeah, that was cool. I tried to do it again and they said, "No, we're good."
They said, we saw your performance in Happy Gilmore 2, and we've decided to go in a different direction.
Yeah. No, they reached out. It was gonna be in Jersey again, and I was talking to you, and I was like, "Yo, I might have to stay over." And then they said, "Oh, we're interested in you. Send us if you can definitely do it, and then send us 3 more photos." After I already sent them 3, and then they never responded to me, and I was like, "Okay, what the fuck? Just call me ugly then, bro. What the hell?"
Yeah, no, that's kind of fucked up. But, I mean, you got to be in Happy Gilmore 2. It was a movie, but that's
Yeah,
still a really cool experience.
yeah, it was fun.
So no, what a great year. And I mean, obviously we're the box office dynasty, right?
The BOD baby.
We're the BOD. And so this has been a crazy year in the box office.
Yeah, it's been wild, dude.
Why don't we get some box office numbers?
The final numbers of the year.
We're gonna give the top 10
Okay.
films in the domestic box office in the year 2025. And I will say this, and you'll see once you see what's in 10th place, it will probably change in the new
Oh
year.
yeah, yeah, I'm sure because I know what you mean.
Because in 10th place right now, released on December 19th, currently at just shy of 217 million domestically, is Avatar: Fire and Ash.
Obviously gonna skyrocket.
It is going to skyrocket. Did you see that in its second weekend of its release, it only dropped like 20% or something like that?
No, I rely on you for those things, and we didn't talk about that.
It dropped 29.2%, which is insane from what it's for. It outperformed Avatar: The Way of Water in its second weekend than The Way of
Damn.
Water did in its second weekend.
Okay, Jim Cameron.
So I'm just saying, when people say no cultural impact,
I don't disagree entirely with that, but that's a different story. But I don't know. It just makes bank. That's it.
and that's
And they're
cultural
good.
impact for one thing.
And they're good.
But
It'll
it
always
is
be on the top of the
currently
list.
at 761 and over $761.5 million worldwide at this point in time. In ninth place, releasing back in June 13th, is Universal's remake of How to Train Your Dragon, making $262.9 million.
Right.
That was a great return for that film this year. I believe in its franchise, that is it had the highest grossing worldwide of the year, I believe, or of the franchise.
What franchise?
How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, yeah. I guess it counts still as part of the franchise.
Well, it's the franchise. Like yeah, because the first one made under 500. The second one made 621.5. That's pretty close. And then, yeah, okay. So it's 621.5, and this one was, so yeah, it was the biggest bank of this franchise, actually. So that finished in 9th place. That was a huge release. And I think they're going to do the sequel in live action.
I'm sure they would. I'm sure they'll do all 3 after that much money.
Yeah. In 8th place, having coming out on July 25th, making $274 million, The Fantastic Four: First Steps.
Mm-hmm.
That, is kind of a letdown, I guess, in a way. I mean, it made $500 million, so you can't really. I think in general that's great. I mean, it's still top 10. Maybe Marvel was hoping it would have made more based on it being, the Fantastic Four.
I think people were expecting more. I was expecting it to make more. It's Marvel's first family, man.
Right. I mean, again, top 10. That's great. That it made $500 million, but. You're right. Marvel has higher expectations. Disney, who I think it's the first studio and the only studio this year to cross $6 billion in the box office this year.
Wow.
And that is the first time they did that since 2019, I believe.
Endgame.
Yeah.
Endgame and maybe Far From Home. Spider-Man Far From Home came out like right after that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hidden bank in that.
So in seventh
Star
place.
Wars. Okay, sorry. Continue.
No, you're right. You're totally right.
Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, all of those made a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
In seventh place, having come out back on April 18th, making $279.6 million domestically, was Sinners.
I did not expect to see this on this list.
Sinners is in the top 10 domestically this year.
Oh.
It most of its worldwide run did come from domestic box office. It did make just under $368 million worldwide. For an original horror film, that is remarkable. And obviously, with The Elephant in the Room, a black filmmaker, a nearly all black cast, for it to do this kind of success financially, by a studio in Warner Bros., who may not always back, these kinds of projects all the time, that is a huge return.
Did you just call Ryan Coogler an elephant?
No, the elephant in the room of the racial aspect.
You just said Ryan Coogler's fat like an elephant, bro.
Okay.
How dare you fucking say that?
Good, all right, whatever. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, my bad.
Twisting my words, getting in my brain.
Twist his dick, bro.
Fucking Vecna over here.
Yeah.
I'm like, In sixth place, coming out on November 26th over the Thanksgiving weekend, having grossed $321 million domestically to this point, is Zootopia 2. So this is over the $1 billion point. Obviously, less than half of that has come domestically because it's just had the these kinds of films have legs overseas. We talked about earlier this year on this show how well Zootopia 2 is doing in China.
Yeah,
based on all the factors over there. So
they love that shit over there.
Oh, absolutely. They just opened that Zootopia land at Shanghai Disney. So
we need to take a BOD field trip immediately
to the Shanghai Disney Zootopia land. I'm with it. Let's do it. Let's absolutely do it. So now we're on our top 5 highest grossing films domestically of the year. In 5th place, coming out on November 17th, $331.6 million in the bank, is Wicked for Good. So the sequel, coming in to $500,500,000 worldwide. Of course, the first film, which came out last year, what did Wicked do? I think it did better than that.
I think so too.
Last year, Wicked made $758 million, and it made $474 domestic. So yeah, Wicked definitely did better, but it's not bad for a sequel. In 4th place, coming out back in July 2nd, making $339.6 million, Jurassic World Rebirth. I know you really enjoyed this film.
I thought it was fun as hell.
I remember being in last between you, me, and Killian on our rankings for our enjoyment of this film.
Yeah.
But regardless, the Jurassic World franchise continues to bring people to the theaters, albeit this is the first time a Jurassic film didn't make $1 billion.
Yeah, not surprised. The last one barely made $1 billion, so this one,
barely,
I think we called it that it wasn't going to cross.
Yeah, and there we are. So in 3rd place on July 11th, with its release, making $354.1 million, it's a bird, it's a plane. It is Superman.
It's
flying into the top 3 with the bronze medal. Superman, while we were a little ambitious at one point saying it could get $1 billion, that was a bit ambitious. It still made $616.7 million all around the world. it was an incredible start financially for the DCU this year, and I think the expectations, obviously Supergirl's not likely going to make that kind of money, especially
No,
with The Odyssey and Spider-Man Brand New Day weeks away from Supergirl's release, just weeks after it. So,
but
but it inspires confidence.
you want to talk cultural impact. I mean, this movie, we had a lot of confidence in it, and I think it deserved $1 billion. Um, I don't know. This movie like changed. At least what I would see on the internet is people being like, I didn't I picked up trash on the side of the street today because that's what he would do, and it's like a picture of Superman, and it's like I would see this. Like this movie inspired people to actually like be good people and just not be assholes. Um, I saw something like, oh my god, my voice. I saw
We're both
something.
fucked. We'll see if we
Oh
get to the
fuck!
end of the episode.
I saw something like adopt pet like dog adoptions went up like 50% increase after Superman came out because of crypto.
Oh, I
And
remember seeing
that was, I mean, James Gunn posted something about that. Like that's just special, man. So this movie being in the top 3, it's really special special movie with that kind of impact on the world, and I'm glad it's up there.
Absolutely. In second place, coming out on May 23rd, making $423.7 million, is Lilo and Stitch. So, I mean, look, these live action remakes, Disney always, again, they banked whatever it was, 6, maybe it was 7. Haha, I get
Oh
it. I'm
god.
jumping ahead of it. And if I didn't do it, you would have done it.
I would have made a
But
face.
it was something like that, $1 billion. And Lilo and Stitch is a huge part of that. I didn't see it. Did you see this one?
I never ended up seeing it.
You saw Snow White.
I did see Snow White. Is that number 1 on the list?
Oh, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Maybe everyone went out for Snow White. A Minecraft. Oh fuck! I spoiled number 1. You made me jump ahead. Well,
I
we all
did
knew
too.
that's what it was. Yeah, you're Vecna-ing
My
me today.
bad. I'm in your head, dude. Get out of me head, man.
Get out of my head. Lilo and Stitch, though, I mean, they're still probably going to do more live action remakes. I mean, we got the
Yeah.
Moana one coming out next year.
100%, which is crazy. That's a whole nother conversation. That's insane.
Yeah. And then in first place, I said it already, a Minecraft movie. It came out back on April 4th. It made $423.9 million. Domestically, it also crossed, or no, it didn't. It made $958 million worldwide. It was just shy of $1 billion. Look, the Minecraft movie was not, I mean, we talked about it a lot this year on this podcast as well. It wasn't really a great movie in any way, but it was a cultural phenomenon. It was a very trendy film, and films like that making a lot of money are good for original films too.
Do you think that the movie would have made that much money if the script writer instead was like, you know what, I don't really like this chicken jockey line, and scratched it off, and then put the movie out there?
It would have made less money. I'm
a
not
couple
sure.
million less.
I don't know
I'm sure.
how I can gauge it. A couple million less maybe worldwide. I don't know about domestically, because it was always going to be big over here, because
I just think
Minecraft.
so many people saw it. Like a lot of people saw it because they wanted to see it, of course. And then people were like, "Chicken Jockey," and they're like, "We got to see the Chicken Jockey movie."
No, you're right. I mean, it definitely was a very memeable film from that,
Yeah.
and that was in the trailer, so got everyone excited. So if that wasn't there, who knows? But it's still Jack Black as Steve in the Minecraft movie, or
Steve.
a Minecraft movie. That was a movie, all right.
First we mine, then we craft. Minecraft.
That. Remember fucking Steve's lava chicken? Lava chicken. Steve's lava chicken, yes, tasty as hell.
It's so quotable, the movie. It's so bad, but it's so quotable.
It's a terrible, terrible film, and I don't think it's a good Minecraft film in any way, but
It's not.
man, it is quotable.
It is so quotable.
It is fucking yearn for the mines.
Yeah,
as a child, I yearned for the mines.
It's just maybe it's just Jack Black, man. It's all his stuff.
Right, but he's in a film that's out right now, Anaconda. Not a single person on the face of the earth is talking about that
That's
movie.
True. That's so true, actually. I didn't know that came out.
I think Jack Black is one part for sure, but I think the Minecraft factor and all the memes that they built into it, instead of, really actually exploring the lore of Minecraft in a film, in the world, I should say, of Minecraft.
Yeah.
They just were like, ooh, joke here, joke there. And you know what? It worked. It was from a financial standpoint, it was a huge
Clearly.
success.
They'll do it again.
I want to ask you one question though. What do you think? Oh, by the way, where was Snow White on this list? Snow White was 24th.
Okay.
24th.
All right. Fair enough. I didn't like that movie, so.
And that still was more than Tron Ares. God damn.
Jared Leto.
So I want to ask you this. In 2025, not a single film finished at $500 million in the domestic box office. The highest was Minecraft, 423. Last year, 2 films finished over $600 million. Inside Out 2, Deadpool and Wolverine. And the year before, 2 films over $500 million, Barbie, Super Mario Bros. You see where I'm going with this.
Uh-huh.
None of them in 2025. I'm just curious. I feel like that is a benchmark of like top box offices. I mean, 2024 Top Gun Maverick, or 2022 Top Gun Maverick made $718 in the United States alone. $1 million. I mean, not a single one this year.
It's tough because I think a couple of them deserved it. Like, I think Zootopia should have made that, and I think not deserved it, but I expected Zootopia to make it. I expected Superman to make that. But in 2026, I'd be very, very shocked if Avengers Doomsday, Spider-Man Brand New Day, and The Odyssey do not hit $500 million domestically. I think those, like, I don't know if it's a sign of the times, because I think those 3 movies specifically are almost guaranteed to get that much money.
Well, let me ask you this, because I just found the answer. Besides 2020, because that was COVID, guess the last year that there was no films that hit 500 million domestically?
It's going to be a long time ago. I'm going to say 2008.
Not that long ago.
Okay, 2013.
Closer.
What is it?
2016.
Oh, I was going to say 2017, and I was like, no, that's too soon.
The highest grossing film that year was Finding Dory at $486 million.
I'm surprised. I mean, Captain America Civil War came out that year.
Civil War made 408. Rogue One also came out that year, made 408. And the top 5 to round it out was The Secret Life of Pets and The Jungle Book. So, another animated film, another live action film, remake. But no film that year, like this year, crossed 500 million domestically. So I just think it's interesting because this was a great year, and there were a lot of both great, maybe not big box office hits, but great films, and also big box office hits, and none of them hit $500 million. So,
yeah.
Anyway, those are the top 10 films, the top 10 box office numbers of 2025. Congratulations to a Minecraft movie on winning the Crown, Crown Box Office Dynasty.
Quick sidebar before we move on. I don't know if anyone's noticed who's watching this on YouTube or whatever you're watching on, but take a look at my shirt right here. Josh, I know you noticed my shirt right here. This is official Box Office Dynasty merchandise right now. What do you think of this? You like this shit?
Yeah, man, you're rocking that, all right? I mean, it's no Stranger Things Tito's Hands guy shirt,
It's not.
It's still what a shirt, man. It looks great. I love it.
I got my BOD merch. We've been thinking about putting some merch out. So if anyone is watching and actually wants a shirt, a hat, anything like that, comment. Just be like, I would pay for that, because we don't know who the fuck wants it and who doesn't. Just comment. We'd pay for that, and maybe we'd send those out. Obviously, they'd be at a price, but who knows? I think it's a good idea, and I think it'd be a lot of fun. And this would be...
Of course, you think it's a good idea. We'd be making money.
Of course, I need money, dude. I'm poor as fuck. No,
but yes, if anyone is interested in any kind of Box Office Dynasty merch, shirts, hats, whatever it may be, apparently boxers, right? That's
there's some limited merch out right now.
Some limited merch of Boxer
have.
Office Dynasty. So look out for the Boxer Office Dynasty. But that's another one of our spinoffs, I guess. But yeah, no. So I mean, if you want merch, if you're looking for that, if you think that shirt's cool, if you think any of, kind of box office stuff would be cool, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, and get it now while it's hot, dude. I mean, we're gonna eventually have some changes around our image, our maybe our logo, maybe something, and this won't be around forever. So, if people want some OG, if you're an OG fan, an OG listener, that'd be kind of cool. We have them, so we'll have some good shit.
Things are always changing.
Things are
And a
always
new
changing. You never know
year
what's gonna
can
change.
always mean, new looks, new feels. You never know.
Yeah, absolutely. So I just wanted to shout that out because I'm rocking it.
Well, before we get into any new year, we still have to go through all of our favorites from this year. So why don't we introduce our first ever Box Office Dynasty Awards? We don't have a name for it. I wrote down at one point the Boxies, and I was like, I don't know. You know what I
The
mean? I was just spitballing.
the box. I was gonna say the bodies, but that's not good.
I don't know
No.
about that. I don't know about that. I
Uh,
can't wait for Ed to clip that next week.
the Boxies, Ed. Come on, bro.
It's
The Boxies isn't bad. I mean, it's kind of like,
a
is that
work
like
in progress.
sexual? I don't know. I just love the
Why?
word because the word box is hilarious to me, and we have a
Right, but
podcast with the word box in it.
right, a different kind of box.
Yeah,
A very
we
different
love
kind
all
of box.
boxes.
All boxes are welcome, for
Um,
sure. Maybe it's that kind of boxies.
yeah, I like the Boxies.
The boxies.
This is the 2025 Boxies. I'm so down for that.
All right, well, look at that. We just workshopped it on air. We've done
Yeah, we
that
did.
before.
That's funny.
The
Yeah. How are the
boxies.
Boxies working today?
Well, I guess we will go back and forth. I think what would be fun is to go back and forth, flipping our friends Marty and Willie each time to pick, and the person gets to pick the category that they announce, except we'll save, film of the year for last.
Yeah, and
And
then
then
okay.
when you pick it, both people will go, you know what I mean? But we'll flip to see who gets to pick the category each time. Like we'll take turns calling heads or tails.
I
'Cause
think we shouldn't take turns calling it. I think we should each just be one, and then you just flip it. Oh, it's your turn. Flip it. Oh, it's your turn. Like I'll be tails if you want for each one.
that's that. Okay, I like that.
Because I know you want to be heads. I'll be tails.
I didn't say I want it. I'd be heads.
You
All
want to be
right.
heads, right?
Sure.
Okay,
Because this
I'll
is
be
our
tails.
year in review, so I'd be remiss if we didn't include our friends, our good pals, the 8th and 9th presidents of the United States, Martin Van Buren and William Henry Harrison.
Oh!
Woo!
I will go. I'll be tails. So every time you flip a tails, I'll go first, and every time you flip heads, you'll go first.
And yes, and we'll also do like picking the category, or do we have
You want to go in order of the way you did it? You sent me it, like starting at best actor, or no?
Well, I think we should save the bigger ones for later. So why don't we start with all right, you see where it says score?
Yeah.
Up from there, and then we'll like spin TV back around right before movie and all that.
How about you just say which one we're doing?
Okay, we'll just do that.
You
We'll
just say
do
we're
that.
doing this one. I'm like, all right, good.
All right. And
All right,
we'll
so we each have our nominees and our winners for our favorites of each category. It's basically like the Oscars. There's going to be nominees. We'll say all of them, and then we'll say which movie or actor, actress, or whatever director won that category for our 2025 year in review.
and you know what? It's like the Oscars, except more prestigious.
Just better. I mean, if you win a Boxy, a golden Boxy, you are not only one of the best, but you are among the Box Office Dynasty ether. You are, I don't know, you're in our realm, which is the best realm to be.
And if you somehow find out about it and give an acceptance speech, I'll mail you one of those Snoopies personally.
Dude, Paul Thomas Anderson is so getting that, bro.
Like PTA, do you want pickleball Snoopy? You can have him if you win and give an acceptance speech.
I just know Leo plays pickleball.
Leo, I know you want the bunny one, man. I know, Leo. Where's the bunny one? I know you want that one. Come on.
Is it younger than 25?
I mean, is Snoopy younger than 25?
Snoopy's old as fuck, so Leo
Didn't
might
Snoopy
not
like
be about
fight in World War One or something?
yeah.
World War II, whatever. So
Snoopy
I don't know
killed
about that.
Nazis, bro.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Snoopy
That's
did kill
sick.
Nazis.
What's
All
our
right.
what's our first category?
Well, let's Our first category will be best score and music/music. I will flip. I'm going to take turns between the presidents. First, of course, is the OG Martin Van Buren. Marty, take it away. Tails. Jack goes first.
All right. Best score in music. The nominees are One Battle After Another, Sinners, Superman, Frankenstein, and Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. And the winner is Sinners. Of course, Sinners for me wins best score/music, and I'll let you do yours before we talk about them a little bit.
Sure. Actually, that's a good idea. All right. My nominees for best score/music in a film are Hamnet, Train Dreams, Sinners, One Battle After Another, and Bugonia. And the winner is Sinners, composed by Ludwig Göransson.
I knew you were going to say Sinners. That's why I was like, let's just wait, because I don't want to spit all this shit.
No, but I think we should do that anyway, even if we don't have the same ones, and then talk about it.
I think so, because obviously there's some disagreement if you think a movie has better sound than I do, or better music.
Right.
But also, just to let everyone know, these aren't just random movies nominated. These are also our other top 4 movies. Not in any order, but these are also the top movies that we think are in this category, and then the winner, of course. Yes, no, Sinners. I mean, the sound and music, the score was insane.
Right. I mean, the way I look at this is music is such an essential part of this film. I mean, obviously in all films, but just the story of this film is such an essential part. It's at the heart and soul of Sinners, really. And Ludwig Göransson composed such an interesting score that was like this mixture of like this like just southern, kind of drawl kind of music, and also like rock elements, you know what I mean? And the way it was implemented into the film was really impressive.
I mean, this movie still has probably the best scene in all of 2025 for me is when they're taking you in the barn at the party through the generations of Black music and Black inspired music and cultural music, and hearing that, all of them playing at the different times, and you have the future, the present, the past. It was very cool, and it was just beautiful. It was great. It was a great way to use music in your film.
The music was really one of the pieces that I think was the most effective in, striking emotion, and reaction.
100%.
And I
so
think,
right.
Obviously you go back, like I look at another great nominee, One Battle After Another, or Train Dreams, some great nominees, and you see some of the scenes where the music is used, and it's similar. Like, it's not just Sinners, where music is obviously used in scenes. Like, we're not just talking about the themes of these movies, but just the little, like, in-between scores, the little tracks in the background of certain tense moments, and you realize when you isolate it that is adding so much to the tension that without it, it really is not the same movie at all.
Yeah.
And having that, like I was saying, that Southern Bayou rock kind of mixture of sounds in Sinners really added such another layer, a layer of thematic elements with the story of what you're talking about with that scene where it transcends different points in time. And music is one of those things that we share from different points in time with each other. And so I thought, Ludwig Göransson, we know, is one of the rising composers in this industry. He did Oppenheimer. He's doing the Odyssey next year. So, he really absolutely is always one of the best. And I loved it.
Yeah, absolutely. What do we got next?
Next is going to be Best Editing. We will flip William Henry Harrison. Willie, what have we got? Who's going first? Oh, shit, it was Tails again. Okay.
Oh, dude.
I dropped it, but it was Tails.
Tails, I feel like, never wins. So
isn't it supposed to be Tails always fails?
Yeah.
I guess it's Tails never fails.
I'll take it. Okay, so Best Editing. And the nominees, my nominees, are One Battle After Another, Sinners, Frankenstein, Train Dreams, and Superman. And the winner is One Battle After Another.
Oh,
What
okay. I love it. All
do you
right.
got?
Well, my nominees for best editing for a film are Warfare, Sinners, F1, Frankenstein, and Avatar Fire and Ash. And the winner is Avatar Fire and Ash, edited by John Raffu, Stephen E. Rivkin, and James Cameron, and Nicholas Detop.
Oh yeah,
So I
you
just
did
had
a
a lot
lot
of
more
editors.
research than I did. I don't know who edited One Battle After Another. All I know is that I thought they did a good
No, it's
job.
fine. I'm doing it on Letterboxd as I go,
Oh,
really. And
okay,
I
okay.
just think they deserve their names spoken as much as the actors and actresses,
Yeah. I'm
So
surprised One Battle wasn't on your list.
the editing in One Battle After Another is fantastic. It is
Yeah.
so tense. It is so iconic. I think when I look at some of these other films, for example, Warfare, the sound design, I'm thinking of we aren't like the Oscars where we split editing into the specific categories.
Yeah.
This is such a large pool of like editing, visual effects, sound design, things like that. So for me, I looked at it, I'm like, what are the best aspects of all the kinds of editing that I loved this year? Warfare had one of the most incredible sound designs. F1 similarly as well. Also the way they designed, the races, the editing around that was really great. But ultimately, I'm going with Avatar: Fire and Ash because of its groundbreaking continuing accomplishments in VFX and CGI and just its other mocap performance work. I mean, it truly is insane how they're able to bring Pandora to life in the way that they have been able to. The one thing that no one can deny about this franchise is how remarkable it looks every single time. It is such a visual spectacle. It is, and really, if you want to use the word spectacle, in my opinion, Avatar is one of the few franchises where I don't think it would be hyperbole. It truly is that spectacle meant to be seen on a big screen. And I mean, I got to see this one in 3D, unlike The Way of Water, like we talked about, and
Uh-huh.
having, Pandora and Jake Sully, Neytiri, and the Na'vi out in front of me. It's like I'm part of it. It is just such a insane experience no other film can give to me. But I want to
I'm
hear a bit about One Battle After Another from
well,
you.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know that CGI counted as editing, like the mocap and stuff, so I probably would have put
Sure.
Avatar also.
I mean, and there's more editing than just the VFX that goes into what they're doing.
Well, I know there's like sound
Um,
design and obviously like the splicing of the so when I think of editing of 2025, my main thing is One Battle After Another's scene, the car chase scene.
yeah, yeah.
And the way that scene is put together, I think, is so spectacular, and the music or lack thereof makes it so tense. And that is such a standout scene for editing for me. So that's why I put One Battle After Another. I just thought that scene alone is enough to carry that movie. Obviously, the rest of the movie's great with that too. But if CGI counts, which I guess it does, I kind of forgot about that. Then Avatar would be above it, and this would be second.
Yeah, I mean, look, from a pure film editing standpoint, in that regard, One Battle After Another is right at that top. You're right. The
Yeah.
way that PTA uses, I think he edited it, I'm not sure, but the way that, the film in general uses, the music, the tension, the camera angles, the specific kinds of shots, it is just the composition of it is remarkable. But to me, since we encapsulate just a whole wide range of it, I look at what the Avatar franchise is doing, and no one else is doing that.
That's fair. I mean, you can't like Avatar is such a standalone thing in this industry. I mean, it wins best what's it called? What's the graphic design? What the fuck is it called at the
Best
Oscars?
VFX, visual effects.
Yeah, visual effects. I mean, it wins that every time it comes out. I mean, I think the Way of Water won. I'm sure the original won. I mean, it's probably. I'm assuming it's going to win this year too. Avatar is fantastic, so I would totally get behind that as well if that
Yeah.
was if that counts as editing.
I mean, I don't see why not for our purposes.
Yeah, you're right. Fair enough.
Moving on back to Marty to flip for best screenplay.
Okay.
No way. It's Tails again.
The goat has
Tails
spoken.
never fails. Damn. You're the one who put heads on me. All right, I don't Something fishy about that.
Don't say me and head in the same sentence, bro. What the hell?
Well, you give me all kinds of
Yeah, I just
head,
gave you
whatever.
heads, man.
Gave me heads.
Best screenplay. The nominees are One Battle After Another, Train Dreams, Frankenstein, Sinners, and F1. And my winner is Sinners.
Mm.
Obviously, there you go.
And again, this is similar to editing, where original screenplay and adapted screenplay are all combined into one category. We don't
Yes.
separate that like the Oscars. My nominees for best screenplay for a film: Sinners, One Battle After Another, Sentimental Value, Hamnet, and Train Dreams. And the winner is Sinners, written by Ryan Coogler.
I feel like we're going to see a lot of Sinners today.
But this was one of the toughest categories that
It-
I had to decide through,
It
because
was.
all of these screenplays that I personally nominated, in my opinion, and so many others that didn't even make the top 5, like my 6th place screenplay is Marty Supreme. I know you haven't seen it. I've seen it. I love Marty Supreme. It is still my 6th favorite screenplay of the year, though. It's
Yeah.
just really crazy to say, but I mean, you look at like Hamnet and Train Dreams, these are such emotional, powerful stories about grief, sentimental value. A similar story more about like, family trauma, old wounds. One Battle After Another, of course, is a remarkable story about generational trauma. And then Sinners, though, is just such a powerful story. I mean, Ryan Coogler's writing in this film is so insane. Just the pacing of the film is remarkable. The setup, the payoff. Only Coogler is able to give us 45 minutes of not a lot going on down in the Mississippi, 1933, and yet it's such an intriguing, like, we're learning about characters, we're getting an idea of what drives these people, what makes them sad, things like that. And that's a sign of such thorough, remarkable writing.
Yeah, you learn right away that you're invested in the story when Sammy walks in the church in the first 2 minutes, all scratched up, and his broken guitar. And then it takes you back, and you spend, like you said, 45 minutes kind of doing nothing, just watching the twins and Sammy get ready for their party. But you're slowly being introduced to all these characters, and you learn what's important to them, who they are, what makes them tick. And these characters, even like Delroy Lindo's character, I forgot his name, but like this guy is
Delta
supposed to be
Slim.
Delta Slim, who's supposed to be this like bum dude on the side of the street, just like singing for money or whatever he's doing, singing for beer. And you find out all these things about him, and it's like, I love this guy. He's hilarious. He cares about his friends, his family. Like, I think the interactions. It's a vampire movie, but the interactions between the characters are so good.
And then, of course, we talk about, when they're driving, Delta Slim and Sammy and Stack, and they're driving back, and he's telling the story about his friend that he played the music with.
Yeah.
And that is just I mean, obviously, only writing like, and sure, there are some improvisations, but only writing like Coogler's in this film is able to have a character like Delta Slim, who is there as our comedic relief, still provides some of the most incredible emotional beats of the whole film.
It's awesome. It's truly awesome.
It was remarkable. So why don't we move on? Who do we have next? We have, I think we're back to Willie with the best cast. Let's do
Willie
the best
gonna hit
cast.
me with tails again?
All right. I hope not. Although at this point, now it would just be what we're doing.
We gotta continue it.
Oh, I dropped it.
Bro has no hands.
That's the first time I actually dropped it on the floor. Heads! Hey!
Fuck!
It looks like dropping it on the floor was what I needed. It's what I needed.
Yeah.
All right, my nominees for best cast in a film: Hamnet, Sinners, The Phoenician Scheme, Frankenstein, and One Battle After Another. And the winner is Yet again, Sinners.
All right, all right. My nominees for best cast in a film are F1, Superman, Sinners, One Battle After Another, and Thunderbolts. And the winner is, to nobody's surprise, Sinners.
We glaze, and you know what's
We
funny? I will say
glaze Sinners.
Superman was my 6th place cast.
I
actually.
kind of forgot about Phoenician Scheme. That's a great pull.
Yeah, the Phoenician Scheme had a fantastic
It
cast.
does. And that's kind of how I felt putting Thunderbolts in there. I was like, I love
Yeah.
this cast.
Yeah.
But it's
Sinners,
no Sinners.
The thing is that One Battle After Another, Hamnet, and Frankenstein, whereas the Phoenician Scheme to me is just such a remarkably built ensemble. One Battle After Another, Hamnet, and Frankenstein, they all have such great performances. All performances you could argue might be winners in these other categories, or could at least be winners for other people, and that'd be a great argument.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Sinners is such a great ensemble performance.
100%.
It's how all the characters bounce off each other that makes it so great. It's obviously Smoke and Stack interacting with each other, and what, Michael B. Jordan is doing there, and the fact that he himself has great built relationships, one with Wunmi Mosaku, Annie, the other with Haley Steinfeld's Mary, so I mean, just that they're able to make that work and make it so believable. And then you have such a great character in Jack O'Connell, you know what I mean? And we talked about Delroy Lindo, Miles Catan. Like, it's a great ensemble performance. And they're all together, you know what I mean? Some of these other movies, the characters aren't always all together. In Sinners, they're pretty much all together, acting, performing together.
Yeah, they're split up for the first 20, 30 minutes, and then for the rest of the hour and a half, however long the movie is, hour 45 minutes, it's a whole ensemble group. And the same way why we both put it as best screenplay, I mean, they just work so well together. The script is really tight between these cast of characters, and the actors, of course they do it justice. I mean, they're fantastic in this movie, and I don't think anyone it'd be hard for anyone to disagree, I feel.
I agree. Yeah. And this upcoming Oscars will be the first ever best cast in the Oscars. I'm not sure how that's working yet.
So we did it first.
We did kind of do it
Technically,
first.
we pioneered the best cast category.
We did. So, I don't know how that's going to work, but I would love to see Sinners win it because they're an incredible ensemble.
Me too. They're the favorite for that for me.
Moving on, back to Marty for Best Supporting Actor. Best Supporting Actor in a Film. Tails, back to Jack.
Best Supporting Actor in a Film. The nominees are Josh O'Connor, Wake Up Dead Man, Damson Idris, F1, Miles Catan, Sinners, or Catan, don't know, Jacob Elordi, Frankenstein, and Sean Penn, One Battle After Another. This was a very tough category, and the winner is Josh O'Connor, Wake Up Dead Man. It's hard to say that I'll wait till I'll do yours. You go ahead. It's all right. It's hard to say that Josh O'Connor is the best supporting actor, but that's what he would be nominated as.
I think so.
Yeah.
All right. My nominees for Best Supporting Actor are Miles Catan, Sinners, Delroy Lindo, Sinners, Sean Penn, One Battle After Another, Benicio del Toro, One Battle After Another, and Jacoby Jupe, Hamnet. And the winner is Sean Penn, One Battle After Another.
I had Sean Penn in second place. That would have been my next best choice. But I think, Josh O'Connor, like I said, it's hard to say that he'd be the supporting actor since he gets so much screen time, and probably more screen time than anybody on either of our lists. But I thought he was amazing in Wake Up Dead Man. He was such we've already said that he's the best supporting character in all of those movies, and he was just so incredible. I mean, I'm not a religious guy, but him as Father Judd, I was like, damn, he's kind of convincing me. I might have to go to church. Like this, he was so compelling and interesting and just real. And I don't know, I just like, you feel like drawn to him as a character. Like you want to be this guy's friend. He's very warm and loving and caring. Um, and I loved his character a lot, and I thought he did fantastic in the role.
I totally agree. I will say about it, Josh O'Connor and Father Judd is, in my opinion, the most compelling of the, kind of Benoit Blanc sidekicks to this point. Even though I would say I do kind of think that the sidekick is always like the main character of the story. I don't think you
They
could say that,
are.
but definitely it was another level here with Father Judd, especially in screen time.
Yeah.
And you're right, it's hard to call him a supporting actor. He's definitely in my top 10, I would say. I mean, it's a great performance. It's just such a crowded category this year.
It
I mean,
is.
Jacob Elordi is definitely in my top 10, and he's not here. And he wasn't even in my top 6, because my 6th place is Paul Mescal for Hamnet.
Yeah, Jacob Elordi made my top 5, but Sean Penn, man, that was my number 2.
Sean
So
Penn.
I can't even
Sean
disagree.
Penn. I mean, look, I think at the end of the day, the Oscar is going to go to Penn or Del Toro for One Battle After Another. They both give incredible performances in that movie, but it would be, as much as I love Del Toro and he's in my top 5 here, he's my 4th place right now, and Sean Penn is my 1st place. Sean Penn is so good in this villainous role. There are comedic elements, but it's also so tense. It's so creepy.
He's so
It's
disgusting.
disgusting. Yeah.
It's fucking gross, dude.
It's a remarkable performance. I don't think anyone else could have pulled it off. I think he absolutely deserves the Oscar this year. I think it is such a tough category. There are so many incredible performances, but Sean Penn, my God, I mean, whether you like the guy or not, this is an incredible performance. I mean, it's definitely up there in his career. He's had a lot of great performances, but One Battle After Another, this is what I mean. I mean, maybe it's not the ensemble performance of Sinners, but the cast is so impressive all across the board, and Penn absolutely at the top for this Boxy. What a performance.
What about Stellan Skarsgård? You think he might be taking it?
So he can win it. I love Stellan Skarsgård, but I didn't think that his performance in Sentimental Value was as good as everyone is saying. I think it's great. It's certainly in my top 10 in this category as well. But like, if I have Mescal at 6, I probably have Elordi 7 and maybe Skarsgård 8 or even 9. So, I think he's great, but I don't think he's the best in his movie. And so he can win, but if he wins in this category, I do think that part of it is a career performance.
It's
like
like
a
a
career kind of
honorary type thing.
Like Sean Penn has 2 Oscars already, and they're both lead actor Oscars. Are they going to give him a 3rd as a supporting actor?
That's so rigged, though. If he's the best, just give it to him.
I agree, but this is the Academy's thought process. And
I hate that. I think Sean Penn is going to win it. I think he deserves to win it. Obviously, because I don't think Josh O'Connor is going to get nominated. If Josh O'Connor got nominated, I'd really
Wake Up Dead
root for
Man
him.
isn't going to get nominated. It's dead in the water.
Yeah, it's not
is
even
dead
in the,
water
it's not
for
in
the
the short
Oscars.
list, right? I don't think so.
I don't know about the short list, but it hasn't been nominated really at any critics awards. It didn't get the Golden Globes precursor yet. I mean, we're still waiting on DGA, WGA, some other stuff, but it's not looking good.
No, hate to see it.
But that doesn't mean it's not a great film. Doesn't mean that O'Connor isn't great in it. And Sean Penn, you're right, is remarkable. Why don't we get to the Best Supporting Actress? I think we're back to Willie now. Yes. Back to Willie.
You got to treat your kids evenly, man. You got to treat them with
I'm going
both
back
the
and
same
forth.
amount of love.
Yeah. I love these guys.
No picking favorites.
All right. Best Supporting Actress. Oh, my God. Just go.
Just vote. Best Supporting Actress in a Film. My nominees are... You might find that... I think you'll think these are interesting. My nominees are... Wunmi Wasaku for Sinners, Chase Infinity, One Battle After Another, Julia Garner, Fantastic Four, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Thunderbolts, and Glenn Close, Wake Up Dead Man. And my winner is Wunmi Wasaku for Sinners.
I love that. I have one problem with your category.
What?
Chase Infinity is not being ran as the supporting actress of that movie. She's being ran as a lead actress.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, she didn't win my category anyway, so.
I'm just saying.
But
But
I replaced her with Teyana Taylor, and it still wouldn't be Mosaku. So.
No, all right. My nominees for Best Supporting Actress are Wunmi Mosaku, Sinners, Teyana Taylor, One Battle After Another, Mia Goth, Frankenstein, Inga Ibsdottir Liljash, Sentimental Value, and Ariana Grande, Wicked for Good.
Okay.
And the winner is Inga Ibsdottir Liljash,
Whoa.
Sentimental Value.
I also think I want to backtrack and say I think I said Wunmi Wosaku. I meant to say Wunmi Mosaku.
Yeah, it's Mosaku.
Mosaku. So I never saw Sentimental Value, so I can't speak on anything like that.
Well, we'll start with you because Wunmi Mosaku is my second hole right now, my second spot.
Yeah. Okay. What? She's in your second hole? What?
Yeah, I heard it too, okay? I'm having an episode.
Okay.
Well, not that kind of episode. Just you know what? Nothing I say today, apparently, it's all just clippable for Ed.
I know, that's all I'm thinking about is how Ed is going to look at it and be like, what the fuck did they just say?
Instead of just being like, oh, all right, it's just whatever came out by accident.
Yeah.
No, it's
okay.
All right, no. But no, she is great. She's in my second spot. She's the runner-up in my opinion.
Very deservedly so. She plays Annie, and she is such a powerful force in this movie. Not only because of the history they give her character with Stack. I think is it Stack or is it Smoke?
She is with Smoke.
She's with Smoke. Okay, so Stack's with Haley Steinfeld. Okay, so not only the history they give her with Stack, with their baby, and the emotion she's able to convey through that history. Smoke. Whatever. No, fucking same person. So she has a history with Smoke with their dead baby, and she's able to portray, without us seeing what happens with that child, just the emotion of telling the history of it. We know by looking at her that happened because we can just see it in her face, in the way she speaks, in the way she delivers her lines and acts, and it's truly incredible. And of course, she's got these good lines. What does she say? She's like, "These aren't haints," or whatever they are, or whatever they call it. It's like, "These ain't haints.
These aren't haints. They're vampires."
They're vampires. Like, that is such a good line. She's got some great lines alongside the emotions, and I think she was absolutely just stellar in this movie.
She's definitely one of the prime emotional centers of that film.
Yeah, and I do like, it's hard. I like and dislike the fact that they just killed her off like that. Like it's cool because it's like, yeah, that can happen. Like, this is what's happening right now. The vampires are taking over.
Essentially everyone was supposed to die that night except for the three who survived. So she was going to have to die.
Yeah,
and
and everyone died pretty much the same way.
It came full circle for him, for her. You know what I mean?
But that's how you know she did good, because I wanted more of her.
Yeah, I mean, she was incredible. I had to go with Inga Ibsdottir Liljash in Sentimental Value because we talk about it with Stellan Skarsgård. I said, I don't even think he's the best in this movie because I think she is the best performance in this movie. She's not a huge role, not a huge amount of screen time, but that, again, she's the tried and true supporting character in this film, playing the sister of Agnes, and who's the main character, Renate Reinsve. And she's just so incredible, and she's quiet but so powerful. It's really moving. I think when you leave the movie that you really come away, because it's a film, like I said, about like generational family trauma and the scars that it left and old wounds that are open years later. And also it's a really interesting dissection of how different childhood can be for siblings in the same household. You're growing up in the same environment with the same parents, but have such a vastly different experience. And I think, Liliash's character in this film, in Sentimental Value, in the contrast to what we see with Renate Reinsve's Agnes, it's just so moving. And her ability to trying to be supportive, trying to, be open up, trying to be this bridge between her sister and her father with this estranged relationship in the house. It was so remarkable. And when you eventually see it, for the Oscars, you're going to love her. You're going to absolutely fall in love with her. I know you don't know who she is now. I didn't know who she was. Once you see it, you're going to know who she is.
Awesome, dude. I'm excited. Yeah, you really are hyping this movie up in a great
Yeah.
way.
It's a
So
great film.
yeah.
All right. Why don't we, this time we did supporting actor first. Let's do best actress first.
All right. I'm waiting
So
for
best actress, Marty, I think, is up.
I'm waiting for it. All right, I'll just go ahead.
You're just gonna.
That's crazy. Would you get heads once?
I got a 1 so far.
What are we on? Like the 6th one or 5th,
Yeah,
7th
something like
one or
that.
something like
I mean, 50-50, you know, what are the
I know.
odds? Well, 50-50, but
yeah. All right. Best actress in a movie. My nominees are Emma Stone, Begonia, Elizabeth Olsen, Eternity, Mia Goth, Frankenstein, Vanessa Kirby, Fantastic Four, and Kirsten Dunst, Roofman. And my winner is Elizabeth Olsen for Eternity.
You know, you really just needed to swap Mia Goth and Chase Infinity.
She's best supporting?
Yeah, she's best supporting.
The fuck? Okay.
There's no lead actress for that film.
Oh, my bad.
I know. I can see the argument for lead actress for Mia Goth.
I thought so. I didn't even have to.
No.
I thought it was like, I don't have to look it up or anything.
No, she's supporting, and Chase
word.
Infinity is lead.
Well, I give it to Elizabeth
Olsen. Wow. Okay, so we'll get to that. My nominees for best actress are Emma Stone, Begonia, Chase Infinity, One Battle After Another, Julia Garner, Weapons, Jessie Buckley, Hamnet, and Renate Reinsev, Sentimental Value. And the winner is, to no one's surprise, Jessie Buckley, Hamnet.
Of course, dude.
And,
of course you said that.
I mean, I'll start just because this is the obvious one of the year. I know you haven't seen Hamnet, of course.
Mm-hmm.
This is the best performance of the year in any category, in my opinion.
Whoa.
What she does in this film is one of my favorite performances I've seen in a long time. I've seen Jessie Buckley in a lot of other stuff. I've always thought she was a really good actress. I never thought she had I don't know. I've seen her do some really great work, but this was a career-defining performance. She is this mixture of physical acting, utilizing the space around her, not only in her, facial emotions, her verbal emotions, but her physical reactions to outwardly express grief and trauma and pain. It just creates for such a harrowing but memorable performance. And I think there's a real beauty to it actually when it ties around in the end. And it just absolutely is like next level performing that not many people working are actress, anyone are capable of reaching. She makes this film. I mean, it's an incredible, beautiful film besides her. I wish I could have given it more love in some of these categories, but Jessie Buckley absolutely by and far is the best actress of the year.
Did that seeing Hamnet make you more excited for seeing The Bride next year?
For sure. Oh, yeah. And I mean, I don't expect The Bride. It's a completely different movie, but I'd look at Jessie Buckley a little differently. I mean, I saw her when she had her season in Fargo. I saw her in I'm Still Thinking of Ending Things. Like, she's been around. But this is something special. Truly once in a generation kind of performance.
Yeah, no, and I chose Elizabeth Olsen. I mean, probably an unconventional pick, of course, but I thought she was fantastic in that movie. I know you and I were like, I mean, we liked the movie, both of us, but we were like, this is stupid. The choice is obvious. Pick Miles Teller. But Elizabeth Olsen really conveyed the confusion and the panic and the love that she had for both these characters, Callum Turner and Miles Teller's characters. And you can really see what she was going through internally by her acting and how she was able to really show that. And I thought it was really powerful. I mean, that movie was one of the closer times I've come to crying this year at the theaters. Just the struggle. I feel like it'd be hard to navigate that struggle, but Elizabeth Olsen did it really, really well, and I was really impressed by her. And I'm always impressed by her when I see her. I think she's always great, but this this role in particular, where her whole deal is a struggle, and that's literally her character is like, your job is to struggle. And I thought it was done very, very well through her.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she's always great, and she was fantastic in Eternity, no doubt. Unconventional, but that doesn't unconventional by other people's standards. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's still a movie and she's still great in it.
she was great.
I mean, she was in a show that I saw on HBO Max a few years ago, Love and Death,
Hmm.
with Jesse Plemons actually. She's so great in that. I highly recommend seeing it. All right, best actor. Why don't
All
we do
right,
it?
give
Who
me
am I
a
on?
give me a tails.
Willie?
Go ahead.
Willie? Ah! It's heads! It's heads!
Oh, you got it for the big one.
Willie is the only one who will give it to me.
All right,
And he still gives it to you sometimes. But
he's fair.
my nominees for Best Actor in a Film: Michael B. Jordan, Sinners; Leonardo DiCaprio, One Battle After Another; Jesse Plemons, Bugonia; Joel Edgerton, Train Dreams; and Timothy Chalamet, Marty Supreme. This was the toughest category, but we have to choose one, and the winner is Michael B. Jordan, Sinners.
All right, I'll just go ahead and get into mine. Uh, Best actor in a movie. My nominees are Michael B. Jordan, Sinners; Leonardo DiCaprio, One Battle After Another; Joel Edgerton, Train Dreams; Brad Pitt, F1; and David Cornsweet, Superman. And the winner is Michael B. Jordan, Sinners. Not only does Michael B. Jordan put on a great performance, but he also has the skill, the wherewithal to do two performances in one movie, two fantastically separate performances in one movie.
Absolutely. This, like I said, whereas Jesse Buckley was by far the number one in that category of the acting ones, and maybe anywhere, this is the toughest for me to pick a number one. I think Michael B. Jordan, DiCaprio, and Chalamet were all so close and all so deserving of this. And I went with Michael B. Jordan for a similar reason. He's playing two, dual characters, smoke and stack. He has to bring complete story depth and emotional complexity to both of them, establish separate relationships to other characters and with each of the characters within themselves, brings such humor and sadness and tragedy to the performance and such entertainment. I mean, it's not going to win the Oscar. He'll probably very likely be nominated. He's not going to win.
Mm-hmm.
He should win, I
It's
think.
Leo or Timmy, but
Or Ethan Hawke, but that's a story for another day.
yeah.
But Michael B. Jordan in Sinners is so good. I really, really love that performance. DiCaprio in One Battle, I mean, oh my God, he's my number two. Chalamet was three. It was really, really, really fucking tough, though. They're all so incredible, doing, I mean, all three of them. I mean, Chalamet, Marty Supreme is his best performance of his career. DiCaprio, One Battle, is not the best performance of his career, but it's one of them. It's up there. I would argue top five for sure. And Michael B. Jordan, Sinners, is the best performance of his career. They are all doing some incredible work this year. But Michael B. Jordan, man, I mean, leading that ensemble we talk about, it is impressive stuff. I loved it.
I remember when we first reviewed Sinners, one of the very big highlights for me was that every time I watch a movie where an actor's playing twins or dual roles, either it's like a clone or an alternate universe or whatever, a twin, um, it's hard for me not to be like, that's just the same guy talking to himself. Like, that's just Mike, not Michael B. Jordan. That's just like someone talking to a stand-in, and then he goes around and talks to a stand-in, so he gets both roles. Like, it's so obvious to me that's the same actor, but and the not maybe different characters, but the same actor. But when I'm watching Sinners, Smoke and Stack are so unique in their own creative various ways that when they're interacting with each other, I'm like, I don't think this is Michael B. Jordan talking to himself. I think this is Smoke talking to his brother Stack. They each have their own history. They fought in World War One together. They have their other girlfriends. Smoke has his kid that died. Stack is with Mary. Like, these are the characters. And I don't usually think that when I see these dual roles, but Michael B. Jordan really created this uniqueness about these two characters that was really something special and really pulls Sinners together, and it would not work without him.
Yeah, to be able to like see this, one person, to be able to see two different people when you're looking at the same person is really hard to pull off.
It's impressive. And then you
he
see
does
like
it.
the way they act too. You're like, yo, that's so Smoke, or that's so Stack. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
when they're a little
Yeah.
rash, you're like, that's Stack. But when they're like a little calmer, collected, you're like Smokes. Or if they're funnier, they're like, that's Stack making jokes. Like it was so cool how unique they each were.
I totally agree. But why don't we move on to Best Director?
Yes,
Best
sir.
Director, I will flip Marty. And it's heads!
Okay, you're on a run now. All right, this
Now
is
I'm on a
roll.
run. I'm stealing it. My nominees for Best Director of a Feature Film are Zach Krieger for Weapons, Ryan Coogler, Sinners, Paul Thomas Anderson, One Battle After Another, Guillermo del Toro, Frankenstein, and Chloe Zhao, Hamnet. And the winner is Ryan Coogler, Sinners. It hasn't been a complete Sinner sweep, just a semi-Sinner sweep.
Yeah.
But Ryan Coogler has to take it here, in my opinion. I'm going to let you go first, of course, but...
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens.
We'll see.
So, Best Director, my nominees are Joseph Kosinski, F1, Clint Bentley, Train Dreams, Guillermo del Toro, Frankenstein, Paul Thomas Anderson, One Battle After Another, and Ryan Coogler, Sinners. And the winner is Ryan Coogler, Sinners.
So anyway, as I was saying, no, look, and by the way, Clint Bentley was in my sixth spot. He is my sixth spot director. But Ryan Coogler, it's all about his vision. We talked a little bit about it with screenplay. He has such a unique, remarkable vision, and the way he brings it to life, the way he films his scenes, the way he blocks his characters, the way he directs his actors, all of it has such a special touch on it that is so unique to him as a filmmaker. It feels very much like a culmination of the work that he's done so far. And the fact that, a lot of what we've seen from Coogler for the most part has been work in franchises. He's done Black Panther and he's done Creed. So to see an original film that he wrote that's in all his own world, his own characters, and what he is truly trying to say through that, and for it to be by and far, I think, his best film, it is, I say this with Jesse Buckley and I say it with him, a career-defining moment.
I totally agree. I really need to see Fruitvale Station.
Me too.
It's directed by him, but it stars Michael
That's
B.
his
Jordan.
first film.
Yeah, I love this relationship that he has with Michael B. Jordan. I love when actors have the director that they'll go to every time, or directors have the actors that they'll pick every time for their movies. And that's Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler. And this movie, yeah, I mean, we can talk nonstop about this, but yeah, Ryan Coogler, of course, we both picked him as the winner. I don't think he's going to win the Oscar, but I think he totally deserves it. I'm assuming it's going to go to Paul Thomas Anderson. That's just my prediction.
And I will say, Paul Thomas Anderson deserves the Oscar.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's
my number two.
He's been in the industry longer. He has put up some incredible work, and he's never won before. And he's actually my number three. Chloe Zhao is my number two. But still, when I look at all right, yeah, that's my personal rankings of it. But when I look at the Oscar and we always say it shouldn't just, it really shouldn't matter if your time has come. But when you have two films like Sinners and One Battle After Another, and I know that for both of us, Sinners has won a lot more in the Boxies than One Battle After Another, but both have been very similarly, amount of nominations, similar ranked nominations.
Yeah, and One Battle's always been my number two for a lot of these categories.
Right. It is such a... we haven't talked enough about how truly impressive and incredible that film is. It is one of the best of the year, and a lot of that is for PTA, and so very well deserved. And
Mm.
Chloe Zhao as well. I mean, she's not really going to win a lot this year, but for Hamnet. But man, what an inspiring film! What an inspiring film!
Uh-huh.
But Ryan Coogler, he's got to take it. I mean, what a
For
vision that
sure.
he brings to life.
For sure.
All right, well, we are going to get it down to our final three categories. So why don't we jump down to best TV show? And for this one, we're going to go 10-1. So instead of just giving our nominees, and I think for the last three, we should just do that because they're all ranked.
I
When you
think so.
about
Yeah,
it.
you're right.
We're going to just 10-1. And, we'll say a little bit. Really, the only time we'll really talk about each nominee is best, film. But here we go. We'll flip to see who goes first. Marty, oh, wait, Marty, you just went, right?
You got to show some respect, bro.
Willie, do the honors. Heads! I'm on a roll now. Mama, I'm
Damn.
cooking.
I want you to go first because my list is a little shorter than yours, and maybe you'll inspire me.
All right, fair enough, honestly. In 10th place, I have season 2 of Wednesday on Netflix. This was a really great season. I think it improves upon the first. You get rid of the love triangle stuff. You introduce like some really cool characters. Great season. In 9th place, season 5, I have of Only Murders in the Building. This has been one of the most consistently great shows in the last several years. Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez are a great trio. One of the most expecting, but at this point, really tried and true trio. And this show doesn't get old. In 8th place, I have season 2 of Shrinking, starring Jason Segel and Harrison Ford on Apple TV. This is such an emotional show. It's a truly great, like kind of modern-ish, it's not a sitcom, but just like kind of family show, just seeing these day-to-day lives, exploration of, grief in its own way. Harrison Ford, his first ever real TV performance.
Yeah.
It's incredible stuff. In 7th place, season 1 of It, Welcome to Derry. One of the biggest surprises for me. I love, Stephen King and, the It movies in this universe. I didn't expect it to be this good. It is some really impressive horror. Really, they're not afraid to just get right from the jump, scare you, get you, do stuff that other shows are like maybe afraid to pull off, and they do it really well, and I'm excited for future seasons. And in 6th place, I have season 2 of Andor. I was a little disappointed by the way they executed some of it, but it was still some of the most impressive political storytelling I have seen in years, and one of the only really great pieces of Star Wars content we have gotten in some time. I'm sad it's over, but what a show Andor is, right? So here's my top 5 shows of 2025. In 5th place, season 4 of The Bear. I don't know why anyone complains. I still think this is such an incredible show. I think it's one of the best shows that have coming out, obviously on Hulu and FX. It is great. I mean, we are really seeing a slowdown in the overall plot at times, but it picked up more this season, and the character focus is so juicy. In 4th place, season 4 of Abbott Elementary. We're talking about sitcoms. This is one of the last true great sitcoms, Jack. It's a show you definitely have to watch. I don't think you've seen it yet. Season 5 is already coming out as we speak right now. It's been coming out, but this is for season 4. It is my favorite season to date. The show is moving along. The characters are incredible. I love it. Everyone needs to watch it. It's just a feel-good show. Really. And it's so accurate from what my friends who are teachers have told me to, life in the classroom. That was 4th. In 3rd place, top 3, taking the bronze medal, season 4 of Hacks. This is a remarkable show. I had heard a lot about it coming into it. And the newest season is the whole show is great, but the newest season is such a great payoff. Gene Smart and Hannah Einbinder are playing two. Gene Smart is like a washed up comedian. Hannah Einbinder is like a failed kind of like struggling comic writer. They're paired together, and just where the show takes it by season 4, where their careers are at this point, and where the tension in their relationship, it all comes to a head in this season. Ahead of the final season, season 5 will be the last of this show. It is a show I would love to talk to you about more in depth. Obviously, I'm kind of dancing around it. I can't really talk about plot, but season 4, where they've taken it by this point, is so great. Top 2 you know what? Should I go second or should I reveal the winner?
Go second.
All right, go second.
Save the winner for last.
In second, Season 2 of Severance. This was one of the cultural phenomenon shows of the year on Apple TV. Season 1 wasn't even in my top 10. It was close, but it wasn't even my top 10 when it came out. And this show shoots all the way up now for season 2 to number 2. I mean, man, this is so great. Ben Stiller has executed such a vision. And this came all the way back. This was all the way back in February and March, but it has stuck with me all year long. I've been listening to Windmills of Your Mind by Mel Torme all, years since then, because this is so incredible. And I loved it. It is a great show. And I'm excited to see where they go with season 3. They leave it off in a great spot. And then in first place is season 1 of The Studio.
I knew
This
that
was
was
tough.
gonna
I love
happen.
Severance, but man, The Studio is really one of the best shows that's come out in some time. Certainly this year, I would say. What Seth Rogen, he deserved all the love that he got for this, because this was so awesome. Obviously, it was so unique with how it was portraying different, aspects of the entertainment industry. Super meta, you know what I mean? It's not necessarily like a show about like glazing how great filmmaking is. It's almost the opposite. It's pointing out all the flaws and the bad parts of and the hypocrisy of the industry. And it's so funny, and the timing is, and the pacing of it is so incredible. The performances are great. All the guest stars are awesome. Martin Scorsese, I mean, it is incredible. The best show of the year.
So there's 2 from your list that I think are missing from your list. One's on mine, but one's not. Can I remind you if you forgot about
Well,
it?
why don't you say your list first?
Well, it's not on my list. I've never seen it.
Neither of them are on your list?
One is. I'll tell you the one that's not.
What's the one that's not?
Task.
Task is a great show. It was a great show.
But you didn't think it was top 10?
I did not think it was top 10. I
Okay.
thought it was really interesting. I thought it was very entertaining. Mark Ruffalo and Tom Pelphrey. I mean, Tom Pelphrey needs to be in more stuff. He's great in that. He's great in Ozark.
He's the best performance in Ozark.
He is a phenomenal actor. So it was a great show, but no, it was a tough year. It didn't crack my
Gotcha.
top 10.
So I spent 2025 really catching up on things. I didn't really watch a lot of new shows that came out. I kind of spent 2025 watching old stuff. I started Ted Lasso. I started The Bear. I started Fallout, like from a couple of years ago. So I have a lot of catching up. So I have less on my list than you do. I have 7. None of yours reminded me to add any more. So I have 7 on my list. So in 7th place for top TV shows of the year, I have Peacemaker Season 2. I thought this was just really fun. Peacemaker is always so fun. James Gunn always brings it. And the alternate dimension stuff is always so fun. And this season was crazy. Not as good as the first season, but still great. Good time. In 6th place, I have Stranger Things Season 5. We're not done yet. I don't know if it's fully fair to put it on this list, but I need to, just because it's the culmination of everything, and I need an extra show to put on there. But it's Stranger Things. It's good. It's great. It's the end of all of it. I'm not gonna just. I have to put it on there. I love it. And I love what we've seen so far. And we'll talk a lot about Stranger Things next week, probably, because that's after the finale airs.
Yeah, for sure.
The series finale. So the Stranger Things is at 6th place. In 5th place, I have Daredevil Born Again Season 1. I think I'm so happy that they brought back Charlie Cox. I thought it was great bringing back John Bernthal. Seeing these characters again was fantastic. Kingpin. What's his name? Vincent D'Onofrio, fantastic. They were made for these roles, and any version of seeing that is always going to be something I just want more of, and something I'm very excited to watch. So that's number 5. In 4th place, this is kind of stupid, but it's still a great show, is season 3 of Smiling Friends. Smiling Friends.
I know a lot of people will be happy to hear that, I'm sure.
I think people love Smiling Friends. 11-minute episodes. It's stupid. It's hilarious. It's just silly little animated guys doing crazy shit. And it's a good time. It's like 8 or 10, 11-minute episodes. You could watch them all in 2 hours. Like, it's really a good time. And season 3 was hilarious. So I'm glad we get more of that. In 3rd place, we're cracking top 3 of top TV shows, is Andor Season 2. Like you said, I mean, there's not much more I can say about it. Just fantastic political thriller. I actually think it was a little better than Season 1. I think it was more interesting than Season 1. You have the what's it called? The massacre, the Gorman massacre, probably the best episode of the whole series in my opinion, and just
I think I agree. Yeah.
great Star Wars content that we've been missing for so long. And I'm glad we get it with Andor season 2. You're going to be happy about this. Number 2 is The Studio season 1. You put me onto the show. I thought season 1, I could not stop watching it. It took me 2 days to watch all of it. It was amazing. It was so fun and funny, and yeah, a real look behind the curtain. To look at the wizard behind the curtain. It was fantastic, and Seth Rogen. The first episode really gave me a headache, but then you get used to the way they film it, and you really appreciate the way they make
love
this.
it. It's the best.
It's great, and
the
obviously
one take episode is perfect.
I know, and it's such a headache, but I'm like, it just you really appreciate it, and you really get these over stylized, these overemphasized versions of actors, which is hilarious. Zac Efron, Martin Scorsese, Anthony Mackie. It's just really fun show. And the number 1, which I'm surprised wasn't on your list. I don't know if you forgot about it or you
Wow,
really
you're
didn't
number
love it as
1.
much as me. But my number 1 TV show, it came out earlier this year, so you may have forgotten, is season 3 of Invincible.
No, it just didn't crack my top 10.
Invincible is arguably my favorite show of all time. It's easily top 3. And season 3 was fantastic. It's not as good as season 1. Of course, that's going to be so hard to beat. But season 3, that final episode with Conquest, is so mind-blowing. The episodes with, oh my God, just everything about this show, with Oliver becoming a hero and Debbie being the best character for some reason, like in a show of superheroes, she's just amazing. Like, this whole show is just so incredible. And actually, my girlfriend for Christmas got me the first compendium of Invincible. So I have all the comics.
Okay.
And it ends, so there's 3 compendiums. I think there's 3. There might be 4. The first compendium, it's this thick. It's like our film Bible thick. And it ends where season 3 starts. So it's insane. There's so much stuff that they're going to get out of the show. And so far, I love every minute of it. And I can't wait for more. Season 3 of Invincible is my favorite show of 2025.
Oh, that's great. No, I really like Invincible. It wouldn't be far out of the top 10. It's probably like in the top 12, top 13 kind of thing. You know what I mean? I saw a lot of shows that came out this year, and it was great. I didn't like it as much as season 1. I still think season 1 of Invincible, which is funny because season 1 of Invincible was my favorite show of the year when it came out.
Really?
So it's not like it's just the category since then has really started to fill up with competition.
You're right.
And I don't know, I love Invincible, don't get me wrong, and I'm still watching it. I love it, but it's tough. It was a tough year.
We had a really good time watching Invincible season 1 when it first came out.
It was so much fun.
Me, you, and our buddy
best.
Andre. Maybe Andre's listening. I don't know. But
I hope you are, man. I hope you're doing well.
Yeah, bro. We had so much fun watching Invincible season 1, just not knowing what was going to happen. And I still love that we get that kind of vibe. We don't obviously watch it together anymore, but you never know what's going to happen next. And I'm only going to read
whenever
the
we
comics.
whenever we talk about it, brings me back to those days, though.
Exactly. I'm only going to read the comics up to where the season ends. So I'm not, like, once season 4 starts, like, I'll read up to season 3. And then once season 4 starts, then I'll read into season 4. Or ends, I'll read season 4. And then once season 5 starts. And I just can't wait to see where the show goes, man.
Yeah, I totally agree. Well, all right. So why don't we move on to our second to last category, which is worst movie. The worst movie of the year. I don't remember which coin I flipped last. Was it Willie or Marty? Do you remember?
I think it was Marty.
All right, let's go Willie. Fuck it.
So this is our worst movies of the year in order of
from 5 to 1.
5 to 1. So number 1 is the worst movie of the year. But
heads.
But when we say worst movie, I think it's just the movie we enjoyed the least. I don't want to say that any of these movies, like, I don't know. I feel bad like shitting on them, but like.
Well, I mean, we have shit on all these movies though this year already.
Yeah, you're right. Fuck it. These movies do suck. We just don't like these
we're
movies.
We're not out here to disrespect the people who are part of it. Obviously, people, they put a lot of work into it, but not everything ends up being great.
Yeah, exactly what I mean. Like, it's no disrespect to the people who made it.
It's some of the work in it is great. Not everything about it is bad, but these are our least favorites of the year. So for me, in fifth, my fifth least favorite movie of the year was Honey, Don't. And then I don't even really have anything to say about these movies. You know what I mean?
Just
I
didn't
just
like them.
didn't like them. Fourth in this, Him. You warned me. I should have listened to
I
you.
knew it did
This
not look
time you
good.
were right. Oh my god, it was not good. It was not good at all. In third place, uh, a Minecraft movie. My third least favorite film of the year. I know, third place funny. My third least favorite film of the year is a Minecraft movie. We talked about it earlier this episode. It was a financial success, but besides the memes, I mean, that's all it was memes. It was a
Yeah, it's
terrible
pretty bad.
Minecraft movie. My second least favorite movie of the year, The Electric State, on Netflix, directed by the Russo brothers. I mean, I know everyone's excited. They're coming back. They've always been good in the MCU sandbox, but man, this was a rough one. And I'm not, I don't know. I don't know. It, I'm not inspired with a lot of confidence these days in the Russo brothers. And the worst fucking movie of the year, and it will probably be number one for you too. I'd be surprised if it's not, is War of the Worlds with fucking Ice Cube. This was so bad. The movie that's like all on one fucking screen. Oh my god. You wouldn't even know it's War of the Worlds. It is so fucking bad, but it's almost like enjoyable with how bad it is. Like, I just can't believe this movie exists. So let's hear your five.
I'll do my top five least favorite movies of the year. In fifth place, this is a recent watch. I actually just watched this a couple days ago. Is The Thursday Murder Club. There's nothing really wrong with it. It's just really boring. And it's got, Pierce Brosnan is in it, Ben Kingsley, like great cast, but it's just a boring movie for such a good premise. In fourth place, I have Havoc, the Tom Hardy action movie. Just confusing and I didn't enjoy it. Great action scene in it though. It's got really one cool action scene, but still just not a good movie in my opinion. In third place, just like you, a Minecraft movie. Not much more to say to that. Why are they making tater tot guns instead of like, I don't know,
So many things that are actually in Minecraft.
go to the end or throw ender pearls or I don't know, anything. In second place, Die My Love. Jennifer Lawrence, Robert Pattinson. I think that's a hot take. I think a lot of people gave this like 3.5 on Letterboxd. I think that's the average. I did not enjoy this movie one bit. It's my second least favorite movie of the year, and my least favorite movie of the year, to no one's surprise, War of the Worlds. This was just an ad for Amazon. This was insane. I
So
only
if
watched
AI
it
wrote movies, this is what we would get.
100%. I only watched it because of how bad I heard it was, and I needed
Yeah.
to see it for myself. And I think it's the worst rated movie on Letterboxd. I think
I mean, it's at 1.0. Has a movie ever dipped below 1.0
it
on
can't, because
Letterboxd?
if you look at it, it has more less than one reviews than it does above one, and it's still not lower than one.
It should be lower than one. They probably just won't let it go lower
I don't
than
think they
one.
will. Here, I'll show you right now. For War of the Worlds, for the reviews, it has 105,000 half-star reviews and 38,000 one-star, so 1.5, 8,000. So all the way up to probably 5-star reviews, it's probably got about 50,000 reviews and 105,000 half-star reviews.
Yeah.
So obviously that should be below 1 star,
Yeah.
but they won't let it.
Well, those are the worst movies of the year, without a doubt.
Yeah.
And finally, the films of the year. We'll go 10 to 1. We'll explain why we love each film. And for the last one, I will flip Marty.
The OG.
Tails, back to Jack.
I started it, I'll end it. This is
Take us home.
my top 10 films of the year. In 10th place, I have Friendship. I'm a huge Tim Robinson guy. I love Paul Rudd, of course. I thought this movie was hilarious. Probably the hardest I laughed in theaters this year. I really, really enjoyed that. In 9th place, I have Eternity. I thought Eternity was a lot of fun. I love the acting and the actors. And the story was really great. In 8th place, a sleeper, I think, is Roofman. Super emotional, super funny. Channing Tatum, Kirsten Dunst, fantastic movie. I think everyone should go see it. I know I liked it a lot more than most people. In 7th place, in 7th place, I have Predator, Killer of Killers. Great segue for the Predator franchise to have this animated movie set throughout the decades. I had so much fun watching this. In sixth place, I have F1. Just awesome. I mean, I can't really say much more than that. Just amazing. Brad Pitt, Dan Smith, Idris. It was spectacular. Fourth place, no, fifth place, Superman. Again, cultural phenomenon. It's Superman. The introduction to the DCU. In fourth place, ironically enough, is the Fantastic Four. I've been back and forth on Superman and Fantastic Four being fourth and fifth, but I just loved Fantastic Four. I love that whole space sequence. I think it's one of the cooler sequences we get this year, especially among superhero movies. In third place, Frankenstein. Again, this was not a surprise. Guillermo del Toro always delivers. Oscar Isaac, Jacob Elordi, Mia Goth. It was just spectacular to watch. It was the storytelling was so intriguing. I mean, just hearing the monsters point of view was so incredible. In second place, another surprise for me was Train Dreams. Train Dreams was a nice, easy, slow-paced movie that takes you through the hardships of the changing times, the 20th century, the love and loss of one man's life. And Joel Edgerton gives a career-defining performance. And number one, we glazed it enough. I'm just gonna say my favorite movie of the year is Sinners.
What
I
a
did
surprise.
I did originally have, I took it off my list, so I just want to shout out, I had a documentary on my top 10, but I don't know if that really counts as film of the year. Um,
Of course. If a documentary's a film.
okay, well, I don't know if you wanted to go that route. So for honorable mention, I actually had it, it was in 10th place, so it's above Friendship. So honorable mention to Friendship then, but in 10th place is The Perfect Neighbor. I don't know if did you watch that documentary?
Not yet. Not yet.
I think it's going to win the Oscar. It's definitely nominated. But just an insane story about, just horrible racial differences and stereotypes and uh, just the loss of innocence that you see in real life. I mean, a poor woman gets killed, and all because her friends were playing in someone's yard. It's very disheartening. But it was done really, really well. So that cracks my top 10. The Perfect Neighbor. I definitely recommend everyone watching it because it's done very well, and it really shines a light on important issues.
Wow. Oh, that's a great list. I will say it is funny that how often One Battle After Another was nominated by you but didn't make your top 10.
I know. I thought about that when I was nominated for a lot of stuff. It has all those great things, but I don't know. It didn't like stand out to me as much as these things did. These movies did, and yeah, it's a still fantastic movie. Actually, for me, I'll just tell you real quick. One Battle After Another is 16.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's
16?
made very, very well. That's the thing. I think it's made very, very well, but it wasn't as entertaining as the others.
All right. Hey, fair enough. Let me give my top 10. So in 10th place, and I will actually I'll give my since you gave an honorable mention, I might as well give an
You might
honorable
as well.
mention, which is Superman. It just fell out of the top 10. But it still was an incredible film, and the summer of Superman was so hype, and the hope that we felt from that movie was so great. I loved it. In 10th place is F1 from Apple. This is a remarkable film, such a tense, action-packed film. I'm not a big fan of racing or Formula One or anything for that matter, and this film really brought me into it. Such great visuals, such beautiful cinematography. This was a great, great, great movie. In ninth place, the only film in my top 10 that didn't get nominated anywhere else is Wake Up Dead Man, A Knives Out Mystery.
Hmm.
It just so happened to not squeeze into the top 5 in many other categories. It would be like 6, 7, 8 in a lot of them. But here, if it is in the top 10 for that reason, because it's still top 10 in some other categories, I think it is up there. I mean, I don't really even know my ranking for these franchises because I love all of them. They're so different, but I love the tone of this. Obviously, the religious aspects, the cast. It was great. In eighth place is Marty Supreme. Marty Supreme was such a great film, so deserving of the hype. Timothée Chalamet is playing such a great role. Such a great character. It's indelibly hilarious. It's wildly entertaining. It's got this up-tempo 50s, setting with like 80s music. I mean, Josh Safdie proving that between him and Benny right now, he's got the sauce.
It's
I
Joshy,
loved it.
man.
I loved it. Us Joshes, we got to stick
Yeah.
together. In seventh place, I have the horror film Weapons. I thought this was one of the most ambitious outings of the year. I think it was such a remarkable sophomore outing from Zach Krieger off of Barbarian, which is a great film too. It's a unique voice in the horror genre, and I don't know. I mean, we're starting to get more of those, but I think um really we haven't had for so long a lot of those. And the way he lays out the story with the 6 chapters, it was so much fun. So, there was funny moments, but there was also emotional moments, and it was genuinely really terrifying at points. I loved it. In sixth place, Sentimental Value. This was such a beautiful film. Like I talked a little bit about earlier about generational trauma and the healing of old wounds between family members and kind of dealing with spaces that remind you of those, and that it is such a beautiful film, a Norwegian film, one of the best international of the year. I haven't seen some of these other international films like It Was Just an Accident or The Secret Agent, things that will be players in the next few months, but Sentimental Value is in the thick of that. And then top 5, fifth place, I have One Battle After Another. What a fantastic film. We've already given it as many flowers, really, as we've have to this point. PTA, one of his this is my third favorite of his career, just behind There Will Be Blood and Boogie Nights. I mean, what a remarkable film. You talked about the car chase scene. It's one of my favorites of the whole year. The whole cast is remarkable. It is such an entertaining story, such a great screenplay. Everything about it is one of the best of the year. In fourth place is Frankenstein, Guillermo del Toro, bringing the classic Mary Shelley story to life. We've seen so many adaptations, but the king of monsters is the perfect guy to take on the next generation's version of it, of this iconic character and story. I love the colors and the moody atmosphere. The battle sequence was great. The characters are great. Jacob Elordi, he wasn't even in my top 5. He's in yours, but he is great. He's fantastic. I loved it. I just wish it wasn't buried on Netflix. And third was Train Dreams. You saw this before me,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't really like, this wasn't on my radar, and now, I mean, it's one of the best of the year. It is so emotional. It is so raw. Like you said in your top 10, we see the journey of this simple frontiersman and his love, his loss, and kind of his interaction in helping build the early 20th century Midwestern America and what that means for a person like him. So that was a great film. In second place is Hamnet. I mean, there wasn't a dry eye in the whole theater. Everyone was sniffling at the end. This is a beautiful, beautiful, but tragic, absolutely devastating film about grief and how grief intersects with artistic expression and general expression and how that looks different in people. I mean, we see, a fictionalized version of William Shakespeare and his wife, who in real life was Anne Hathaway. Nice, good for him. But
That's pretty
obviously in
sick.
this, her name is Agnes, and they lose their son, and it's the dealing with that grief and how they continue on the fracture in their relationship. I mean, it had me crying. It had everyone crying. It was so beautiful. And number 1, the best movie of the year, Snow White, no, I'm kidding, is of course Sinners. I mean, we have actually glazed this movie too much today, so I will keep it brief at this point. But it is beautiful. It is harrowing. It is one of my favorite films ever, really. And Ryan Coogler cements himself as one of the best working today. Everything about Sinners is so remarkable, and it was a cultural phenomenon itself. Rightfully so. It was the film of the year.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt. Obviously, whoever's watching this, you guys know that we were gonna put Sinners at number 1 after what we did this whole episode. Sinners was obviously number 1 for both of us. But that is our boxies, our golden boxies from the Box Office Dynasty, the awards given to all these movies. That's we're done for the year after of all the movies. That's
Yeah.
the end.
That
of
is
the
it.
Boxies,
That's 2025.
the
So
first
congrats
annual
to all the
Boxies.
winners. What an incredible year it was for movies. I really look forward to next year. We're running out of time, so I do want to leave this. I want to make this last part a little briefer than maybe we thought we would.
Okay.
I still need to eat dinner. But
Yeah.
I just want to talk a little bit at the end here about our show. We just spent a lot of time reflecting on the films of the year and the shows of the year. And of course, our show debuted in 2025. This is our
Yeah.
36 episodes. We put out 36 episodes
If we're
this year.
talking numbers, Spotify Wrapped says we're in the top 10% of podcasts started in 2025. That's
Which is
pretty awesome.
ridiculous to think about.
Every
Absurdity.
podcast, you know how many podcasts there are out there? Every year there's 5 million new podcasts, and we're in the top 10% of those. That's so awesome to hear.
I mean, I'm just so proud of this. I think it's just such a. I mean, we had lists that we were going to do. I think it's whatever at this point. We've had enough rankings for one day.
Yeah, I think we should still say some things that we just love, like some.
That's what I was going to
moments.
say, though.
Yeah.
I didn't. That's the thing. I couldn't even really think of moments. I was just thinking of things that I loved that we did.
I
that
have
we've
a little
had.
bit of both.
Because it's just been so much fun, like sharing, and that was my number one on it, was sharing our love of film with the world. Because at the end of the day, it's about being part of a community, right? Being a part of something. And film gives us all a space for artistic expression and freedom to be whoever, go wherever, say whatever, mostly whatever, and tell whatever stories we can possibly dream of. And just have a space where we can all share that love and fight over it, maybe, but just, talk about it and relish in it. I mean, and now we get to be a part of that. I mean, that's the best part of it.
I want to run through a couple of mine just because I have a lot of things that I love doing about this podcast, a lot of things that I love about it. And I made the list, of course, and mine are quick. I'm just going to run through them real quick if you don't mind. I loved, first of all, I loved when we started. You could see, obviously, the development of the episodes that we started to really get the hang of things. I mean, not only technology-wise, if you go back and look at our first episode, Josh is on his phone with the
Yeah,
worst
but I think
audio.
that's almost like a top 5 moment too in a way.
It's got a charm.
There's an endearing kind of like side to where we started and the nerves we felt doing it.
Exactly.
Now it's just like we do it.
It wasn't only the progression of the technology, but it was also how our segments improved and the episodes themselves improved and the way we kind of felt more comfortable doing it. You could really see that progression throughout these 36 episodes. I love that. I love how you got angry because you don't like my Get Out review. I love that we can argue about things, but obviously we're still friends and we have many disagreements, but we also agree on a lot of things. I love that our first clip from our first ever episode, probably the worst produced episode of our series, got over like 130,000 views on TikTok. That like really showed that we can do, like, this is something that we have here. And that was the first thing we ever really put out. And that really instilled a lot of confidence in us, at least me. Having our guests on, Brandon and Killian, I thought
that was on my top 5.
It's so special that we have people that not only want to be involved, but they want to be a part of what we do. They don't even want to not even just listen, but be a part of it. It's really special to me.
And that's what I was talking about too with the community, people that we share it with. And obviously it's been limited with the guests so far to more people we know, but it's people that we share in the film and television and entertainment community.
Yeah.
And getting to have a space where yes, Jack and I, but anyone can talk about it. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. And my last and favorite thing about doing this podcast is how you and our relationship, I think, because at the end of the day, we love that we can share this with the world, but it's just a conversation between two friends, right? Just two buddies talking about their favorite thing. And I love how we just go on tangents and rants and go off the rails. I mean, our How to Train Your Dragon review turned into, would you rather have an alien or a dragon or a space dragon? Or our Thunderbolts review turned into which Thunderbolt would get would most likely get a train ran on them. Like, at the end of the day, it's just two dumbasses having a conversation about something they're passionate about. And that is my favorite part. And I hope, and I know we will continue that in 2026.
I think it's funny because I actually think the podcast has tested our friendship at times a little bit in a good way.
I think
In
so,
a
'cause at
really
the
in
we're
a really
business
good way because
partners.
we're pushing each other. We push each other because we want this show to be the best that it can be, to be as authentic as it can be and real to who we are and our opinions and our values. And obviously something we didn't talk about in this review is some of the stuff that happened this year. I mean, we talk about the politics of the industry, Donald Trump and, the tariffs we talked about earlier in the year and how that affects the film industry. We talked about the Jimmy Kimmel situation and Stephen Colbert,
Yeah.
them getting taken off air, free speech. We talk about, the potential sale, here of Warner Bros. To Netflix, how that's going to shake it up. So we get real about things. And I think it just, we're trying to be authentic and real to what's going on around us and why it matters, because earlier, just before, when I talk about storytelling and everything in film and sharing that, like, that exists because of our surroundings, and it exists, next to and parallel of our surroundings, and they go hand in hand. So really, I think it's just important, that we have put our friendship at the center of this in a way, and because things get real and we are under a microscope that we have never been before, but it is going very well, I think. And I'm very proud of us, and I'm very proud of this show.
I 100% agree. Um, Maybe to end off the episode, what's something that you want to see for this podcast in 2026? I
Uh,
mean, what's something you're looking forward to either doing or talking about or anything like that?
well, of course, I mean, from the very first episode, we've talked about the Odyssey. I don't know if there's barely been an episode that goes by that we haven't mentioned it.
I
So
know.
the day that
Everybody
comes
knows.
the day that comes when that comes out and we review it is going to be a special episode. But I'm excited to see just how this grows, because obviously this wasn't a full year. I'm excited to see how the podcast will look over the course of a full season. I'm so excited for us to really get into Oscar coverage in the next couple
Oh,
months,
yeah,
because we
yeah.
started just after the Oscars this past year. So I'm just really excited to continue, see how the segments grow, see what Bible study films we watch, see if the merch becomes a thing, and see what guests we can have on. So really, what I'm most excited for, and I'd love to hear your answer too, is just to see how all the things that we have started, how it now evolves over the course of the show's, long-term future.
I could not agree more. I totally want to see all of that. I can't wait, because one day we're doing it, probably in 2026, a live in-person episode.
We
Um,
tried this year.
we tried it.
We'll figure it
It
out.
didn't
We'll
work
figure it
out,
out.
but we will get it done, and I think it's very possible in 2026. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I think people would want to see it. I think it'd be a very well-made episode. Um, I really want to grow more, of course. I mean, just the way we're going now is really great. I think that one day it's really my dream to be invited to an event of some sort for some sort of project, a movie premiere, a TV show, a Q&A between actors, directors, anything. I think that'd be the most fun experience of my life to go to one of these things with you. And I think that our podcast I think we can do that together. I think that is something that I just want to see, because I think that would be such a special experience, especially for you and I who love film, to go to something so special and so unique like that. And I
Yeah,
think that'd
until
be
we're getting
awesome.
invited to like the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 premiere, and we're like, well, I don't really give a shit
You're
about
like, I
that.
don't want
You
to
know what I
fucking
mean?
watch
I
this
don't
movie.
fucking. What, am I gonna fly all the way out to LA to go to Five Nights at Freddy's 2? What am I gonna
Dude,
tell them it sucks?
no matter what it is, if we get a personalized invite that's like, hey, Box Office
It
Dynasty,
would
come
be
to this
such
premiere.
a dream come true, but at the end of the day, just getting to sit down with you once a week and talk shop, talk film
That's
is
all I
is
need.
is is the dream come true, really.
Exactly. That's something that I would gladly appreciate, but I don't need it. I just need to do this with you, and I think that's what matters.
And last but certainly not least, just once again a thank you to everyone at home who listens to us, who follows, who shares, who tunes in week after week, or even, just once in a while, or even just once. Just anyone who's commented on a clip, who's liked a post. We see you, we appreciate you, we love the support, and we thank you, because we have, as you can tell, we love doing this. And we want to keep doing it, and we do it for ourselves, but we also want to do it for the community and for people like you. We couldn't do it without you, so please keep liking and sharing and subscribing and telling your friends and film lovers and all that good stuff, because it means the world to us.
Yeah, even if this is your first episode that you're tuning into and you somehow made it to the end, we love you and appreciate you, and welcome to the community.
So
So,
anyway, from us here at the Box Office Dynasty, we want to wish everyone, happy holidays, a happy new year.
Happy New Year,
I
guys.
think happy new year to everyone at home. Stay safe, stay healthy. Jack, you have any resolutions for the new year?
Not be a lazy fuck.
Yeah, me too. But
I'm
we
gonna
all
come
know.
back in 2026 at the end of next year and be absolutely giant. I'm gonna be ripped as
Bro,
fuck.
he says
dude.
that every fucking year.
I do say that
every fucking
and this year it's
year.
happening. I'm a Jets fan, dude. This is our year, bro.
This is the year, guys.
This is the
Yeah.
year.
Not
What about you?
not until Joe Namath. I don't know. Same thing. Don't be a lazy piece of shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I feel like that's everyone's like, yeah, just don't be a lazy fucking loser.
Yeah, just do something.
Yeah.
But
well, happy New
happy
Year,
New Year,
everybody.
everyone. We love you. And
See you next year.
here's to 26.